Hey guys, it's Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I've got not just a card, but 4 cards for you. These little whale hello cards. I needed some cards just to say hey and wanted them to be quick and easy, but still super cute. So we're going to use Wonder Recipe number 5 to make 4 cards. This is our coffee and a mystery card for today. So if you are a kitchen table stamper fan, you know about the Craft Social. We play coffee and a mystery card every other Thursday, and today I'm walking you through surprise Wonder Recipe where we're going to make 4 cards. I can't wait to see how it goes later today. Hang on and we'll get started. You're going to need a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. That's always where we start with the Wonder Recipes. Of course, you can cut down 12x12 paper to 6x6, or you can cut up all 4 quarters of the 12x12 paper and really make a stack of cards. All right, grab your trimmer and let's cut our designer series paper. See, sometimes cutting the designer series paper is the hardest part. And with the Wonder Recipe, we've got the paper, which sets the theme, the color palette, and the tone for the card. And then we cut it. So Wonder Recipe number 5 is very simple. We're gonna cut in half at 3. We're gonna stack these guys up, and we're gonna cut in half at 3 again. I love Wonder Recipe number 5. So now we've determined our color palette, our theme, and we've done the impossible part, which is cut that pretty designer series paper from the Whale of a Time designer series paper. Now this Wonder Recipe for the 6x6 sheet is going to yield 4 cards. So we've got 4 card bases here. I've got crumb cake, and I'm going to emboss the 4 card bases. So this is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I'm gonna grab my Big Shot and we are going to emboss all 4 card bases, putting an awesome texture on. I keep forgetting to order the Seabed embossing folder, which is too bad because it's really awesome. So since I've forgotten again, we're gonna go ahead with the Tasteful Texture embossing folder. I love this guy. It's just got a simple, goes with anything kind of texture. It'll just liven up our background a bit. My brand new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine comes today. I can't wait to try it. Got my Big Shot here, so I'm gonna use my 3D folder embossing pad and pop in my folder. I'm gonna emboss all 4 cards at once. The fun part about the Wonder Recipe is you can make a stack, and you can make them very easy. And it gives you confidence to just jump in and cut the paper. All right, so all 4 are embossed with this awesome texture. Let's do our die cutting while we've got the machine. We're gonna cut 4 of these items. I've got some Granny Apple Green and Pretty Peacock scraps. Got a fun swoopy square from the Hippo and Friends dies. It's the smallest swoopy square. And one of my favorites with the Whale of a Time suite is the Sailing Home dies. We're gonna use the seaweed from the Sailing Home dies. We're gonna cut 4 of those, 1 for each card. Okay, so we've got our 4 card bases, all of our die cutting done, 1 for each of 4. We've cut our designer series paper. Now let's punch little crumb cake tag. I've got my gift bow builder punch here. We're gonna go ahead and punch a little crumb cake tag for each of our copies of this card. Now the tag punches out without the hole, so let me grab a 1/8 inch circle punch here, and we're gonna punch a little thread hole in each of the tags. Got a scrap of Just Jade and the Label Me Lovely punch. Let's punch a Label Me Lovely shape. We need 2 of those because we're gonna cut them in half, 1/2 for each of our 4 cards. Now I've got this awesome Just Jade gingham ribbon. It's really a cool pattern. I love pattern ribbon. It just adds such a nice little touch to cards. This is from the Flowers for Every Season combo pack. There's an awesome Misty Moonlight twine and some Whisper White, and then our very special, just jade gingham. We need, I don't know, about 3 inches for each of our cards. Let's go ahead and cut our length of ribbon. There we go, 3 inches for each of the cards. Next up, let's stamp. I've got my Celebration of Tags stamp set here. I love this stamp set because it gave me a taste of the whales and the zebras, but all in one stamp set. So I've got my Well Hello. It's got the Today and Always and Congratulations all on the same stamp. I love how the Celebration of Tags works with the tag trio or the trio of tags dies, but they don't have to be limited to that die. So just expand your mind a little bit and think about the different punches and dies that you have. We're going to use the Well Hello and a 1.5 inch circle punch today, along with that fun swoopy square from the Hippo and Friends dies. So let's shake it up a little bit. We need some white scraps and a Stampin' Pierce mat. Got my Well Hello greeting and Whisper white scraps. We're going to stamp Well Hello 4 times and punch it out with 1.5 inch circle. And there's our 4 Well Hello greetings. Next we're going to get some Whisper white scraps. I'm going to take the ones that I've just been using here. Got to clean the Well Hello. We're going to switch colors and make some pretty peacock whales. Just wipe down our stamp with the Simply Chamois. Love this thing. Has saved me a fortune in baby wipes since it's come out. All right, we just need our whale, and we need 4 whales. And then last up, for a little pop of color, I've got some Calypso Coral, and we are going to stamp a little heart from Everything Essential in Calypso Coral for a little embellishment. A little pop of color. We're going to put a heart on that little tag that we punched. We need 4 of those. All right, let's clear away the ink pads, and we're going to fussy cut our hearts and our whales. I'll get these guys trimmed out and meet you right back here. Okay, we've cut our little whales and hearts. Let's get some Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're going to put some on the back of each whale and each heart. All right, everybody's got dimensionals, everybody's sticky, so let's give them all a home. We've got a little peacock whale and a coral heart for each one. And then, if you're like me, because I just can't have the black spray on my whale, I've got a dot of multi-purpose liquid glue. And when I cut my whale, I also cut the little spray. Now, if that's just too much for any of you, that's fine. You can put a little rhinestone there, or you can just leave it as it is, or you can multicolor your Well Hello image when you stamp and cut with the 1.5 inch punch. So let's get all of these guys caught up. I'm going to add our little stamped details. When you're doing your fussy cutting for your little whale, you could also cut the whale and the spray all as one piece. That would be a good way to get the spray that pretty peacock color too, instead of black, with a little bit less fiddly work. I love the fiddly work. It keeps me out of trouble. All right, so we've got all of our little Well Hello circles ready to go. And let's start assembling this. I've got my multi-purpose liquid glue and my card bases. We're going to take our 3x3 designer series paper, and we're going to adhere them to the card bases. We're going to use multi-purpose liquid glue. Glue 1 3x3 piece so that there's an equal border, top right and left. Oh, I almost forgot my little label. Let's get a little multi-purpose liquid glue on that guy too. And we're gonna slide that one right underneath. There we go. That little label, kind of off center for some asymmetric balance. And there's our card base. We'll do that 3 times. All right, we've got our last one now. Pop the little scenery on, slide the little tag, and straighten it up and burnish it down. Now while we're gluing, everybody gets a little seaweed. So we're going to do a little multi-purpose liquid glue. Just drag that along the back. A little bit will go a long way. Just little dots, little streaks. Let's glue all of our seaweed, one on each card, to the far left here, exceeding past the edge of our designer series paper, top and left. And we'll glue down the seaweed. All right, we've got our backgrounds built. Now let's go ahead and adhere our swoopy square from the Hippo and Friends. Again, we're going to glue that guy on flat and low of center, maybe a little right of center also. We'll do that 4 times. And there's our 4th. Now sometimes I get a little complicated. I'm going to put some tear and tape adhesive across each of these little swoopy squares. We're going to adhere the gingham ribbon. So you got a choice now here to make. You can adhere your little strip of gingham ribbon, you can tie a bow on your tag and then stick the tag to the card, or you can get a little crazy, which I did, and I actually tied the tag to the gingham ribbon. So your choice here, you can peel, stick your gingham ribbon, tie a bow, and just adhere, or you can do like I'm going to do, and it's a little detail, but you know me and the little details. I don't mind a fussy little detail if I like the way it looks. So I'm gonna thread through my tag under my ribbon. My ribbon's not completely adhered down yet at this point. And then I'm going to tie my linen thread bow, kind of cinching the ribbon underneath. Now I'll tie my little bow, and what that does is it cinches up the ribbon and it looks pretty cute. The tear and tape adhesive gives you an extra set of hands, so tying to the ribbon isn't too difficult. But it's your choice. If you wanted to just tie the little bow and stick the tag onto the card, you could do that. So cut that one away from the spool. Can trim up the rough end on the ribbon. And let's do that for the other 3 cards. All right, a little bow for our 4th card. And we're nearly done with our whole stack of Well Hello cards. It's so nice to have cards on hand, and the Wonder Recipes are a really easy way to make those hello, thinking of you birthday cards. Isn't it terrible when you want to send a card, a need arises, and you want to say hello to somebody you're thinking about, or a birthday sneaks up on you and you say, oh, but I gotta make a card. Not with the Wonder Recipe. Make a few copies of the Wonder Recipe cards, and you'll always have them on hand when you need to send them. There it is. Well, hello. We're just adhering those little 1.5-inch whale circles right in the center of our swoopy square. And 2 more. Just using some multi-purpose liquid glue. Be generous because we're going over that ribbon. And center. And just like that, we've got 4 super cute greetings ready to go. Drop them in the mail. If you got any questions about the project, the Wonder Recipes, the Stampin' Up! Products or supplies, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com, and to shop 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.